team at Inverleigh. We're the mighty Fighting Hawks.
Good morning and welcome again to the GDFL footy show. Just having a bit of a chuckle there. Mitch just decided I hadn't combed my hair properly. Coming here on another Saturday morning in Geelong. Only two more shows to go. This is the second last one. It's preliminary final day and we're looking very much excited and looking forward to that indeed out at St Albans Reserve. But last weekend we saw a side disappear from the 2015 competition. Second semi-final day was on Saturday with the Belpost Hill Panthers after their week's rest took on the Inverleigh Hawks after their massive win against the Magpies the week before. And of course Belpost Hill much too good for Inverleigh, and Nick Costello kicking 3 goals and Cam Addy best on the ground for the Belpost Hill Panthers. The first semi-final, cut and road final, was on Sunday, and the North Geelong Magpies came out and got back into a little bit of form again and were much too good for the Bannockburn Tigers, who would make their exit for 2015 with Jamie Pittman, the league leading goal kicker and Whitley medalist, booting 7 goals, and James Chandler was definitely best on the ground. Hello, I'm Dick Philpott, and once again I have assembled some of the biggest names and brains in country football to eradicate, adjudicate, communicate, but definitely not procrastinate. And the very first person I always introduce first every Saturday morning is the mayor without the hair who pays for his own Christmas tree, Johnny Mitchell. G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. Listen, I was interested in the discussion we had before the show. There's been a survey done about hangovers, you were telling us. Could you share that with the viewers?
You're not going to believe this, Mitch, but a group of scientists in Denmark, they got together and they completed a complete research and feasibility study on why we have hangovers.
Okay.
And they've discovered that the reason we have hangovers and the best way to cure a hangover is to drink less alcohol.
Oh, my God. That couldn't be the case.
They might run for Geelong City Council one day.
One of them could be the mayor.
Oh, we might go there. Actually, well, first I'll introduce Alex. Now, I've got something here before I introduce Alex, folks. This is a man coming up next on your screen. He is our junior Colts man, the Lithuanian lover, we call him. Now, he put a little note on Facebook through the week introducing and identifying himself as a relation to Andrew Karatse.
Yep.
And it's got here, well done to my younger brothers, godfathers, third cousin, uncles, sisters, brothers, nephew, Andrew Karatse.
Oh, no.
Good morning, Alex.
Good morning. The Geelong VFL Best and Fairest winner and Carlton's John Nichols medal.
Yeah.
Great champion, and I think you might have fabricated the last bit.
Hang on, mate. There's about 16 titles there.
Yeah,
it's a long bow.
I'll claim him. Any Nichols medalist, I'll claim him.
How many games did John Nichols play?
Oh, I can tell you it was from 1957 to 72. I can't give you the exact amount.
Oh, there you go, 331. How many state games did he play?
Oh, good 10.
Oh, 30 odd. God, what's going on? You're raving on about like you're a Carlton supporter.
I'm the son of a Carlton supporter, and on that note, happy Father's Day, Dad, because I do know this is a very special weekend.
I did.
Many around the region.
Father's Day, all the fathers out there.
Yeah, and all the fathers that don't know they've got kids and got something at Father's Day.
Hey, Dick. Hey. Getting a bit sentimental here.
I want to ask you a question.
What's that?
Do we get paid next week, do we? Is that when they bring the cheque in? Pay us for the year?
Well, we're at triple time and a half if we were working Father's Day, of course.
Oh, well, there you go. I just wondered.
Well, you haven't negotiated your contract for next year.
What? Do we have to do that?
Oh, yeah, I've got my manager talking about it at the moment.
Well, you got me in?
You can tell we've got a bit of time on hand, folks. We caught up with the chairman of selectors of the North Geelong Magpies last week, Daniel Gibbs.
Hello, thanks, mate. And after a huge turnabout from last week, we have the assistant coach and former champion footballer, Daniel Gibbs. Gibbsy, last week, put your only bad one in for the year, or one of the bad ones in for the year. I saw the boys earlier in the day, they had that steely-eyed. They were really wanting to make amends for last week. They weren't going to put in another performance like that, and they did, and they were absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, no, that's right. We looked back after last week and come into this week. We didn't want to play like that again, so we've done a bit of homework, and the boys played well today.
Obviously, you made a few changes. One was forced with Tommy Matheson having to go to a wedding today, but you brought Big Davis in. Wasn't the best on the ground, but he really did a job for him, and he's got a big one in the next couple of weeks if you to keep going.
Yeah, no, that's right. We are. Well, obviously, we needed Ringo to drop back into the back line after last week, and Tommy was injured during the year, so we give him a run today, and he done his job. I thought he'd done his job with JT in the ruck as well. Tommy just competed, and that's all we need.
We were a little bit worried about the fitness of PJ. We sort of saw him hobbling last week. He didn't look like he was hobbling this morning, and we thought, oh, it was a bit of a risk, but it was a risk that paid off because when the game was in the balance, which was early, he was probably, along with Lukey Parker, your best player.
Yeah, no, that's right. We're worried as well about getting him up, and he got up Thursday and said that he was right, so he came out today and performed well, and we brought him off in the last quarter to rest him, get him right for next week. Did
Keezy come off and have a bit of a spell too towards the end?
Yes, Keezy's still a bit sore, but we just rested everyone up in the last quarter, which prepares us for next week. So,
well, obviously you got to do that because Inverleigh actually have an extra day's rest. So, with you winning by so much, you could actually afford to do that, and hopefully they'll be 100. Well, they will be 100% fit coming into next Saturday's prelim.
Yeah, no, that's right. It's all about recovery. Fitness should already be there. So now this week we go back, do a lot of recovery, touch the balls on Thursday night, and get everyone right for Saturday.
What does Keezy do and the North Geelong boys do? They were beaten pretty well last week. Obviously, he says, don't worry about that. Next week is another game of football, isn't it?
No, that's right. You can't dwell on just one game. Look, that's our worst game of the year, and we probably shouldn't have played like that in the first final, but we had a lot of young kids. And now they got the taste of it, and they stand up. They stood up today again, which is great, and we look forward to next week. So,
well, mate, it's better to get you about the worst one of the year away in a second chance semi-final than a preliminary or a grand. So, look, obviously you're going to be much better equipped to take on the Hawks next week. All the best, and maybe we'll have you back in the box next week, Gibbsy.
Thanks, mate.
Good on you.
Thank you.
Doing a great job there, Daniel Gibbs from the North Geelong Magpies. A little trouble at home too, Mitch, by the way.
What's that?
Well, we decided we'd trade the bed in for a trampoline.
No, and hit the roof?
Oh, Rosemary John for the roof. Can I do it again? I'm supposed to do the punchline, but you?
I just thought it was obvious what had happened.
Yeah. Like the banana that went to the doctors, he wasn't peeling well. Now, what do you reckon, mate? Here we go. It's preliminary final day.
Yeah.
Go on, Alex.
Well, I just wanted a question. We just saw Dan on the screen there.
We did.
Last week we spoke to Jamie Pittman, our Whitley medalist, and Jeff Chesbowski, who was our guest. And after break we got Corey Alma. So I just wondering, are we going to pay any attention to the other 11 clubs, or is it just North Geelong?
Oh, he's grubby Orb's mouthpiece again, is he?
I'm just asking a question.
I only present the show, Alex. I don't produce it. I don't know what's going on. It's very good to see the North Geelong fights in, but we have got later on in the show a guest from the Inverleigh Footy Club.
Oh, I'd like to get... No, I'm not going to guess. I'll keep going.
All right. No, actually, it'll be a little bit later on this morning.
Okay.
Very quickly, obviously, Bannockburn be disappointed with their season.
Oh, they certainly... Well, they're
not disappointed.
Not disappointed. They made the finals. They won one final, which was probably good for them, but... you know, they lost a few players towards the end of the year, and North Geelong really got hold of them Saturday. So, it's all over for Bannock, but North Geelong and Inverleigh soldier on, and Goalpost Hill, what can we say?
Unbelievable. And, all right, we're going to take a break, but very quickly, you know the bloke who invented the lifesaver?
Who's that?
Well, apparently he made a mint. We're going to take a short break. I promise I'll let it crack gags when Grubby's not here. When we come back, we're going to have a special guest and the Colt segment. Back up.
We're the North Boys down by the sea.